liked talking with him. I still, to this day, we don't get sick of talking. There's times we're up, hours and hours at night, just talking just for the heck of it.
Best word to put it was wow. I thought she was pretty. Like I said, when I first was talking to her, I thought she was already taken. I thought she had a boyfriend, so I didn't think much.
Yeah, I just loved his smile and the way his eyes crinkle up. He has one of those faces that when he smiles, his whole face smiles along with it. His eyes crinkle up, his nose kind of turns up a little bit, and just a big old grin. I love it. I love it.
It was just kind of like, wow. And like, where have you been? You don't meet a person like that and just click, and kind of cliche, but yeah, it was just kind of like, wow, where have you been? Strong connection, and after that I was like, I want to see her again.
His smile, his whole demeanor, he's just kind of playful and able to roll with the punches, and I love that. I loved.
April 11th is when we made it official. We became a couple, and there's a certain time, it was at 11:11 we made it official, that we said I love you. So since then, just randomly during the day, sometimes at 11 she'll text me I love you. It's just a little thing between both of us. And April 11th is when we said I love you, but there's a certain time, whether it be night or day, or if it's 11:11, just we always say something really nice to each other, or just tell each other we love each other.
Up. She was our first daughter, only girl in our family, and she was a tomboy. Grew up as a tomboy. She would wear dresses and loved to always put shorts underneath, but true tomboy all the way through her elementary school. Loved volleyball growing up, even up to now she still plays her volleyball when she can. Good, smart girl, gifted in program. Just an overall great student. Did all her church community exactly where she grew up. Was baptized in that church, communion, and now her marriage day. She's a wonderful daughter.
I think I know you. Yeah, you know what? I know so-and-so, mutual friends. And then before you know it, like, we didn't even plan on running into each other. It just kind of happened. He showed up to the bar I was working at, and yeah, we just talked a little bit, and that's when I decided to ask him out on a date. I was just, okay, I like this man. And then after that, we went on the date, and didn't go so well at first, and it was a little rocky. And we went out for drinks right after, and we hit it off and talked nonstop. And we went to Chicago about a month later, and we've been inseparable, like I said, ever since.
Butterflies, nervous, emotional. So it's one of those days that you always long for, yet it's hard to fathom when you're going to be walking your little girl. down the aisle.
Surprised when we found out that they were involved, and seeing him and knowing his ethics and a little bit about him at the beginning, we were very fortunate that she found someone who she idolizes, somebody that we know that will care for her. I think as a parent you want nothing more but the best for your daughter or your son, and we found all those qualities in Luis. The biggest thing is the great father that he is the most important, and knowing that the unconditional love and care that he has for our daughter, what more could a mother ask for? It was a perfect match. And their story of knowing acquaintances from far away, their destiny was made for them to come and meet, and where we are today. Most important is that they both love sports. We were so thrilled that they both were Cowboy fans. They love the Bulls. They go to games. They can sit down, go to a picnic. They can go camping. They can have a nice, elegant night out. So all those qualities, I think they both shine in each other. They bring it together. They can be funny. They can laugh. And yet we see the hard times that family has gone through. We can also see that they're there for each other, to comfort each other. So I think they'll be a very good support, and I think that's an important part in marriage, that the good times and the bad times, that they're going to be there. They're going to be there laughing together. They're going to be there smiling together. They're going to be there together cheering each other up, whether it's in the good and the bad, and they'll lift each other in spirit, whether it's a tear for happiness or a tear for sadness. I think they're meant to be. A long time ago, our daughter said, "I'm never going to get married." That was her first intention. I have never had the intention. I'm never had an intention of wanting to get married. And then she met Luis, and he just lit up her life. And she says, "This is a man that I love." And so I said, the day will come when you'll meet somebody, and that's who she met. She met it in Luis, and we're very happy that he's the one that lights her life and makes her day, and that's the important thing. And if they continue with that, I think that'll pull them through everything. They have to remember to be there for each other. I'm so happy that they reached this moment here, and that they're enjoying this with their family. I know getting here brought headaches, and it was tough getting here on this day. But in the long run, it's turned out to be a beautiful wedding. It's what they wanted. Mija, it's what you wanted, your dream, and it came true tonight. Listen, communication in good times, communication in bad times. and whatever it might bring. I think that's what builds and bonds together. To understand each other, understanding and patience. Patience is a very hard, I think, especially in today's life, you have to be there for each other. And I think at night, the best thing, and I think it's one that I've learned, not to go to bed mad, because you never know what happens, you never know what tomorrow can bring. So a smile or a goodnight kiss and really meaning it are the biggest words. You know, my husband always told me, don't tell me you love me, just show me you love me. And there's different ways of showing that, and that's the most important thing. Garufa, an Argentinian restaurant, and we both had steaks, and yeah, I think he was a little, surprised that I guess I ordered a steak because he said that he had been on dates, and you know, the girl always orders a typical salad. That was no problem for me. We had a salad and steak, and yeah, we shared a dessert and had some whiskey, and I love that about him. He could just sip on the same exact liquor I drink. Jameson and just a few ice cubes, and it was meant to be, I guess.
I had just came back from the academy, from customs, and I had decided to take a trip because a lot of my best friends live in Austin. And I went to go visit them, took like 5 days off, and I met a lot of their girlfriends. And I asked, well, where'd you guys meet, or friends, or coworkers? And they tell me that they've been up Plenty of Fish. I'm like, the online dating site? Really? You guys do that here? And apparently in Austin, that was a big thing. And at the time, I was staying with my cousin there when I went to visit, and she had a date she was seeing there too that, I met him online too. I'm like, really? It's in El Paso? I guess it wasn't big, but I mean, okay. Long story short, I go back home. I took that with me, but I'm like, that's not for me, whatever. And after a while, I was like, well, what if, And I heard people here in El Paso doing it, so I tried. I registered on Plenty of Fish. I sold out. And, I went on a few dates, whatever, and it wasn't for me. I just thought it was just kind of a waste of time. The people I met were like just wishy-washy. So I get a message one night, and it's, lo and behold, it's Katrina, but I didn't know. She didn't have a profile picture or anything. It was just, hey, I think I know you. And how many messages do we get from that all the time? It was kind of sketchy, but she's like, well, I know your friend, and on my profile, I had pictures of different friends. And she's like, yeah, that's Mike, that's Cedric, that's, so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, I guess she does know me. I'm like, who are you? And I'm sorry, you don't have a picture. Can you send me something? So she sent me something. She kind of looked familiar, but I'm not sure if I met her or not. I was just, okay, well, long story short, she says, next time you see me, or if you see me with our mutual friends, say hi. That's it. Months pass. And one day I walk into the bar one night. I walk into the bar, she's working, and I see her. I'm like, that's the girl that messaged me. So I go and, say hi, and she called me the wrong name. She's like, Greg or Gary, I don't know what she called me. She's like, no, it's Luis. Like, oh, I'm sorry. And I found out she did that on purpose, by the way. And I was like, you know what? We talked for a little bit. It was nice, pleasant conversation. I left. Nothing happened. That was it. Months later, I come back, maybe a month later, I should say. And I came back with all our mutual friends, and her mutual friends were there. So it was a fun time, We had a good time. We drank together, conversed, and that was it. Went home. The next morning, I get a text message from one of her best friends, younger brother that I'm friends with, saying, hey, the bartender from Lloyd's likes you. And are you interested? I'm like, well, yeah, she's pretty. And within minutes of me saying that, at the time we had Facebook, she messages me, hey, it was nice seeing you last night. Maybe we should run into each other on purpose sometime. And that's how it went down. We scheduled our first date and went on from there.
We were both super nervous because that first date, I had never been on a real first date. Thank you. I had never really been on a real first date. Anyone I had ever gone on a date with or ended up being a boyfriend, it was always a friend first, I guess. And so he was the first date where I knew absolutely nothing about him other than that we had mutual friends. And so it was kind of quiet. I was super nervous, and yeah, that's how I don't know. I had never been on a first date, so it was just, I can't even explain it. It was just awkward, I guess.
So once we went on our first date and later on made it official, back in the time when we had Facebook, you make it Facebook official by putting in a relationship, and all these profile pictures started posting when we were in the same room. It was weird. It was one friend's birthday where I'm at the bottom of the picture, she's at the top. So we've been in places at the same time, just never met. Yeah.
Few memories that I have of Katrina. A lot of it is always being daddy's little girl, following me around. Always, as she was growing up, loved to be outdoors. Loved to play in the swings. Loved to pull the wagon with her little brother at that time. And also, the biggest memory is being the mother hen to her little brother, Jonathan. So she's always looked after Josh and Jonathan. She was always tomboyish. She used to love to play basketball and making sure she's always competing with that. So the memories were always about being athletic, playing basketball, playing volleyball, always being active. It's always a dream come true when your daughter finds a man that she's in love with. You're always still taking a step back and realizing is he the one for her. And as we got to know him, he was and is the one for her. he speaks to her, how he looks out for her. So it's pretty evident right away that he really, really cared for her. I see him evolving into their relationship, seeing their family grow, being a part of families. As usually when people get married, it's two families coming together, and that's one of the things that the values are on both sides of the family. So I do see him strong and still growing with the family. My message is probably pretty simple, is love each other. Be patient, be kind. Realize Lee, she is daddy's little girl. And understand that you will promise me you'll always look out for her. And Mija, look out for your husband. Love you both.
How would I describe my relationship with Katrina? Well, I think we have a good relationship. We hit it off from day one. Our first night that we met, we invited her over for dinner, and her and I ended up dancing. So she fit in the family, she fit right in. She's a perfect fit for this family. Loves him so much. I could tell she loves him so much from the beginning. He was just crazy about her, and I knew she was the one because the way she treats my son. I was thrilled when they got engaged. I just see them growing a beautiful family together. Two boys and two girls, but we'll see. God, you guys, I love you to death. I love them both so much, and I wish them happiness. And I know they have God in their lives, but that's the most important thing for any marriage, any relationship, is to serve Him, serve the Lord, and everything else will just fall right into place.
Always has such an energy about her, and it's always a good time with her. There's never a bad time. She's just always been there for me, and great attitude, super sweet, just fun to be around. Oh, there's just always a fun time with Kat.
Growing up with Katrina was pretty fun. She is a person that I look up to, someone that I've always wanted to be like. She's the only granddaughter of the oldest granddaughter above me. So watching her growing up was, oh, I want to have that same braid. Oh, I want to make sure I play sports like her and match up to her from when she played in high school to when I played volleyball in high school. Being outgoing, being Katrina was my biggest thing. Was I wanted to be like Katrina in some ways. And especially when it comes to music, she's good at picking her music, knowing her sports, knowing different things like that. And I was like, well, I know that I have a little bit of me in her, And family even tells me, I have family and aunties that tell me, oh, you made Katrina's face, or you made Katrina's little like smirk that she does. And it's like, well, I kind of looked at her growing up a lot, so I can see a little bit of me in Katrina.
My favorite memory was like back in Easter. We used, like, whenever I used to see him, I used to hug him, and he used to jump, like pick me up and like just spin me around.
When I first met Luis, I had to size him up because, you know, I had to make sure he's right for our kitty cat. But I really love Luis. I think Kat couldn't have found a more wonderful guy, and he's great. He treats her like a princess, and it's wonderful.
I'm looking at her and I'm like, I want to cry. Like I feel like she's just a princess today. And I've always seen her, I've seen her at her best and at her worst. And right now I think this is actually the best because she's so happy and so ready and just looks amazing. She looks like a beautiful princess that is just ready to blossom and be like, take me for who I am.
Coming out to celebrate tonight with Katrina and Luis. A special thank you to everybody who could make this possible tonight. Luis's parents, Sarah and Luis Sr., Katrina's parents, Juan and Katie, and also everybody who put countless hours in to make these beautiful decorations you see all around you. Blanca, Lupe, everybody else who helped. It's beautiful in here, don't you think? Alright, so if you don't know, my name is Jeff. I've known Luis since middle school. I want to say 7th grade. But we played trombone together in band all through high school. We worked together at Domino's. And the thing is that over that time, we were always friends. But my relationship with Luis, I'm so lucky to say, has become to the point where we're more like brothers. Okay? And I'm just very thankful to be able to say that. For those of you who don't know Luis that well, as you can tell from his cheering section over here, everybody over here, most of them from out of town, here to celebrate you and Katrina together.
Hey, me too.
Okay? He's the kind of guy who'll give you the shirt off his back. If you need help, he'll be there. If you need anything, he's there for you. Okay? And I'm so grateful to have a friend like you. And I'm up here as his best man. But the truth is, and I think you guys will agree, and I know Katrina agrees, is that really, he's the best man that I know. So please, let's raise a glass. And cheers to the happy couple, Katrina and Luis.
Big round of applause.
Good evening, everyone. First off, congratulations to the bride and groom. And thank you all so much for being here to help celebrate this happy occasion. If y'all don't know me, my name's Tiffany. I'm Lisa's sister and Katrina's sister-in-law. I first met Katrina. I actually knew she was the right person for my brother because I had never seen my brother act so different and just so completely happy. Like so genuinely happy. And It's just crazy. I just can't believe it. And instantly, Katrina and I became friends, and our relationship has been strong ever since. And I know as we continue to create memories together, our bond goes beyond the meaning of sister-in-law. Sister under your hat. On this day, all I would wish is the two of you the greatest happiness for the rest of your lives. You might be tested in your marriage with good and bad times, or I should say better times, like the priest said. But there's nothing you can overcome without the Lord with your side. And I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy for both of you. And so this toast goes to you. The bride, my beautiful sister, and the handsome groom, my kind-hearted, loving brother, with all the love and happiness to Luis and Katrina. Thank you all for being here this evening. Okay, guys, over there, that's the crowd to be afraid of. I just want to say I'm so happy for my son and his new bride. I wish you all the best, many blessings, and I know that the Montañez family feels the same. I hope you all just have the best life ever with the Lord by your side, and just many blessings to you all. Cheers.
Cheers. I grew up with this guy. I'm not drunk at all, but I grew up with this guy as a little girl, and we went to Disneyland. We went everywhere together, and as a little girl, we would play house, and that was my pretend husband. I'm gonna tell you it's really sick, disgusting, but he was my pretend husband, and I had a choice between him and this other cousin. I chose his husband because he was a sweetheart, and he was a perfect guy, and as a little girl, I always grew up to think this guy is gonna be a catch. As a little girl, he was a gentleman. He was every girl's dream, and he is grown up to be such a special guy. And you both are so lucky to have each other, and you have grown up to be everything I thought you were going to be. As a little girl, I saw it, and I knew it, and you are special, and I love you, and I'm so proud of you, and I am proud of the wife you have and the family you have. And I could not think, and sorry. This is that moment. So goodbye. I'm proud of you. I love you. Bye.
I've known Kat 10 plus years now. She's one of my best friends in the whole world, and I couldn't imagine a better fit than Luis. I've never seen my best friend so happy. And she deserves all the love and happiness in the world, and so do you. You guys came to her with that. So just want to wish you all the love in the world and many years of happy married bliss. Wow, so many people have so many positive things to say about them. They're so loved, wonderful people. Well, I'll keep this short. Yes, definitely. Everybody's pretty much summed it up, but I just wanted to quote a wise man on love. I thought of you guys. Dr. Seuss said, you know you're in love when you can't fall asleep because reality is finally better than your dreams. I'm so happy that you two get to finally live out your dreams. And once again, let's raise our glasses to the bride and groom and cheers to them. I'm happy that you're living your dream, and may your dream be forever your reality.
Woo! Cheers!
Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael. At one point in my life, I was going through some it was a very tough time. And Luis, if only for a week or two, which is all that was asked of him, gave his all to help me out. And I would imagine that with you, there is someone in your life that is important, but it's not the entirety of your interaction with them that makes them important to you. It's just one specific moment when you understood that they cared about you wholly in that one moment. And Luis is lucky enough. No, I'm lucky enough. Sorry, I'm lucky enough to have Luis be that person to me in my life. And I don't want to sound too cheesy, but I'm going to. At one point, he very much was my guardian angel, and he very much helped me out and did everything he could. But more specifically, I remember him at that time, and he had not met Kat yet. But after he met her, then he was different, and he had the look on his face that I did when he came into my life to help me out. He was saved, and I'm so glad that you found her, or that you found each other, and I wish you the best. I'm so happy you guys found each other. Let's finish our glasses. Cheers.
Hi, if anybody doesn't know me, my name is Lorraine. I'm Lisa's aunt. I'm Sarah's sister. And I just want to say to you, I am so proud of you. I really am. Beautiful bride. When you were a little boy, I used to go and pick you up from school. And I loved you very, very much. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy you found such a beautiful bride. And I just want to congratulate you guys. She just did. And I love you. Don't forget that.
Very nice. Cheers.
I'm Auntie Carmen. Everybody knows me by Auntie Carmen. I'm also Katrina's other mother. When she was little, just a real quick story, she would wait for me at my doorstep. And her mother would tell her, Mija, come home. And she'd go, no, I'm going to stay with Auntie Carmen. And she goes, well, we're going to take away your clothes, all your toys, everything. And she'd go, that's okay. Auntie Carmen works. So, she's my baby girl. She is. And I kept thinking, I know God made somebody for her. And the first time I met Luis, I asked her, what about him do you really like? And she told me.
We've got children here, please.
Okay. All she said was, Auntie, he rocked my world. So, I toast to the wonderful couple because that's what you need, is that love. You just have to look in their eyes and look at each other. Thank you all for being here to share this.
Wait till after 10 o'clock and you get it on. Give it up for Auntie Carmen, toasting to her. Anyways, anybody else?
That's a little bit too much information for me.
True that.
Daddy's little girl. I even got a little embarrassed there. So, excellent segue. A lot of things in life, everyone knows that life is short. And we're always looking for someone. And I started my life with my wife, Katie, 33 years ago. And with that said, she gave me Katrina first, realizing that she'd be my heart, my soul, daddy's little girl. We had 2 kids right after her, Josh and Jonathan. And she also turned into that mother hen, looking out for them. Now we have 4 wonderful grandkids. And the biggest thing about that is life and family. And so you always want your daughter happy as they go forward. And I was wondering, man, there's never going to be one guy good enough for me ever in this life. And then slowly but surely she said, Dad, I met somebody. I said, who? Right? As Daddy said. And as soon as I saw Luis, immediately I saw the love he had for her. From day one, I said, this is a guy for me. This is when the heart opens the soul and families come together. We have the TMF now, Tarín Montañez family together. That wonderful compadres. Tiffany's sister. And that's what it's all about. So Luis, take care of my little girl. Remember, I loved her first. I'll love her always. Thank you.
Yeah!
Give it up for the father of our bride, Mr. Juan Montañez.
Did you notice how he wedged himself between us? Sorry.
It's a dad. There you go.
Oh, one thing.
What made this even more special is the star that he carries in the soul, and he's a Cowboy fan.
All the cowboy haters. King's over. Something special for you. Joking aside, everybody, thank you for being here on our special day. Can you hear me now? Thank you for being here. Special thanks to my aunts, Lupe, Blanca. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. Countless hours. Jeff said it. Lorraine.
The favorite aunt.
There's too many names to name. Sophia and Mike, thank you for being here too. My mom and dad, I know I'd do without you guys.
Jessica for singing during the
Jessica.
mass. Okay, sorry.
Lisa for helping.
Lisa, Mary. It goes on and on. So thank you guys. Cynthia. The family. That table right there. Thank you. My groomsman, Jeff. Where are you? You are my brother.
Special thanks to Tiff and Jeff for the after party later on.
My groomsmen, I gained two brothers, Jonathan and Josh. Love you guys. We basically just thank you guys for all being here. I know there's out-of-towners coming in from Austin, Colorado, Louisiana, Dallas, San Antonio.
Okay, let's all wrap this up. Basically, I just want to say thank you to our parents, the Montañez parents, the Tarian parents, grandparents. You all have displayed such tremendous love and tremendous examples for us to go and carry on with our daughter Amory, and we love you for that. Years and years and years of marriage, dozens of years of marriage, and we hope to continue that tradition, and we love each and every one of you here, and we thank you so much.
Cheers! Big round of applause for newlyweds. And this time we ask everybody to please stand and raise a cup, whatever you might be drinking. Chocolate milk, Pepsi, tequila, Jack Daniels, Dos Equis. At the count of three, let's toast to our newlyweds. Mr. and Mrs. Luis and Katrina Antarin Jr. 1, 2, 3. Cheers! Salud! Big round of applause for newlyweds.
He probably knows me better than anybody now. I mean, he really is my best friend. I tell him everything. I mean, stuff that kind of like wipe away and you don't want anyone to know. I mean, he knows everything, every little nook and cranny of my past, per se. And he's never been judgmental. He's never been critical. He's never been closed-minded. He's just always been so open and loving and caring and just willing to share in my life, and I'm willing to share in his life. And so I love that about us, being open and devoted and honest. I love that.
I'm very spontaneous. I like just to travel, and I asked her, I mean, it was really soon, but I asked her if she wanted to go to Chicago with me, and I've never been there. I just wanted to travel, and she said yes, of course. And those days, those nights we spent were magical, and I knew that was it. Like, I wanted to marry her. You know, it was just, when you know, and it was really soon, but I mean, it was just, when you know, you know.
I knew I was in love when we were in the car, and I had gotten into an argument with a friend, and I was really upset. And like I said, we've been completely honest with each other, like from the get-go, basically. And so he was comforting me, and he just took the time to really listen, you know, and care about what I was saying. And I just realized, it just clicked that I love this man. And we happened to look down, or not down, but at the time on the clock, and it was 11:11 p.m. on April 11th. So that's when we officially became a couple, and we said, I love you. And it was just kind of like, we just blurted it out.
When I look into her eyes, I feel at ease. Like a complete feeling where she's mine, she's my best friend, she's my soulmate, she's everything. Like, even when we're going to sleep together, she's always gonna be there. I've always been that guy, you know, friends come and go, and the family all will be there, but her, she's my everything.
You know, we come from a long line of, you know, relationships that know what it takes to, you know, get through the bad times and, you know, celebrate the good times. And I think that's really important for both of us. And just know that, hey, you know what? There's going to be times where we don't like each other, but I'm still going to be here, you're still going to be here, and we just get through it.
She takes my breath away every time she looks at me. And I'm not being, you know, cheesy with that. Just in the morning, she'd be in the morning, bedhead or whatever, but she's a natural beauty. She's gorgeous, and she takes my breath away.